Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Howdy, and a good Saturday morning. Welcome live from the inside of the world-famous Sugar Shack in Texas, USA. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we talk to Ted Ryan, the Ford Archives and Heritage Brand Manager. Oh, it's going to be good. We'll also have the upcoming event schedule. Mr. Mars reviews the new Jeep Gladiator, plus you'll hear the stories making automotive news headlines this hour. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, who's on the phone with Mother Mary. King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us on this Saturday. Thank you very much. We've got a great show lined up for you today. If we can get everybody to call in and that sort of stuff. Mr. Mars, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Where you been? What are you doing?
I'm working with our first guest, and I fat-fingered it. For some reason, I put a 69 in his email instead of a 64.
Well, you just owe him 5.
Yeah.
You know, there are so many ways that this could go very wrong.
Well, it's been one of those mornings.
No,
we
it
started
hasn't.
pretty early.
It's actually been pretty good until just now.
Yeah, actually, Mars only made one mistake in rehooking up all of the equipment in the studio, and that was over here on the iHeartRadio app, and we've got all that figured out now, and we are hoping that the rest of the show is going to be just as smooth as glass.
Fingers
It
crossed.
will be. It will be.
Wilbur.
I just talked to Ted, and it's all my fault, and I'm working on getting it fixed right now.
Come here,
Mars, it's been your fault.
Well, I
Always.
know, but this time I'm.
As long as I have known you, it's always your fault. At least in my mind, it is.
Because it's easier to blame you than take responsibility for it.
Correct.
Absolutely.
We got a great show lined up for you today. It's going to be probably one of our better shows if everybody shows up and does their thing. Hey, I want to thank Tammy Dooley and the fine folks up there in Granbury and the Lone Star Street Rod Association for
What a
inviting
great
us
trip.
up. Yeah, it was. 5 hours it took us to get up there and back.
We had a couple of stops.
Well, you got to have the proverbial, it's you have to stop at Buc-ee's. And that Buc-ee's that we stopped at, oh, my God, it was jam-packed.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was good. It was fun, and we had a good time overall. We had some great interviews with guys that really, Mr. Boris, really, great interviews with some great car owners and some very, very cool cars.
And, Granbury Lone Star Street Rod Association's Rod Run, very much of a family affair because quite a number of the people we interviewed, their children, their grandchildren were there with them enjoying, the 100-degree.
Or the vehicle was passed down from dad to son to son to son. That lineage of that, too.
Yeah, it was very good. And I think that you actually had some your friends make comments.
I had some comments from some friends that had seen it and really talked about, some of the cars as well as just
the one car that stood out to you.
The Buick.
The Buick.
Yeah, I love the guy's Oldsmobile, and I love the fact that it had an Olds 350 in it. But I still remember when that Buick drove in, we all stopped to look at it as it drove by, and not knowing he was.
But that's the one with the trailer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous car.
Yeah.
Great story.
Yes, I agree.
But I thought that car kind of caught my attention the most.
My favorite was the little blue coupe.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I don't know what it was. The 34 model. Was it a Model A? Anyway, it was bad to the bone. Yeah.
American Graffiti. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it did. Except for the color.
Well,
it was sky blue.
Yeah, something
what I call it. But at any rate, it's always a great time, and we forget in the year that it comes around the good time, and it's all about the interviews with the guys that own the cars, and they tell the story about the cars, and that's where all of the gold comes, if you will. It's just good stuff. Yep. Mr. Mars, how you looking down there? It's not looking good.
Fabulous.
No, you're not. Oh, boy. It's going to be one of those.
Lying to him again.
It's going to be one of those
Quit
kind
lying
of
to Mike.
things. Yeah. So while we wait for Ted, we're going to do some Hemmings Marketplace Sold Cars Roundup.
All right.
This is from a week ago. 2012 Cadillac CTS V. How much, Jeff? Because you're the Cadillac
12,
guy.
I'm thinking you're looking at
22.
18.
22 to 24.
This is a CTS V.
Oh, V. 19.
No.
$59,850.
Wow.
For a 12.
For a 2012, yeah. So an 11-year-old car.
Yeah, wow.
And it looks like a wagon. You tell me.
Oh, that was one of my favorite cars.
Yeah, it is the
Because
wagon.
you can get the wagon with the
Well, they were competing against the Magnum.
Yeah.
the 500 horse engine. You can actually get a 6-speed in a Cadillac.
Yes, I
station
drove
wagon.
one. Exactly.
Cool car.
1964 Chevrolet C10 pickup truck. Looks stock except for the wheels. $15,225. That's a bargain if it's not rusted through. Of course, we can't tell that. A 1972 Chevy Nova. 72
Priceless. Priceless.
How much?
30.
10 grand.
16,800
It
is
should
what
be
it sold
priceless.
for. Now, these are all auction cars. 1974 Triumph Spitfire.
6 grand.
Close. Very good. $5,125, and it looks pretty good.
Well,
Okay.
for a Triumph.
Well, I mean, yeah, for a Triumph. Let me. I know that he's ready, but let me finish this little segment.
Now,
because,
GT6 is something different, but
No, I got you. 1969 Mercury Cougar XR7.
Oh,
cool car.
12.
And, yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Mars. Are you joining us now?
18.
12.
I'll say 27.
18.9. 18.9. Good guess. Yeah.
He knows his Cougars.
We're not going to go there. How about a 1972 Buick Skylark? This one kind of surprised me. 72 Buick Skylark. Not a GS, none of that.
24.
12.
23.
Mars, you're on.
I know. It's the juice he drank this
I
morning.
don't know.
No, he read it before you
How
did.
about the 1969 Jeep J3000?
I'm not real sure what a
Oh, yeah.
J3000
Well,
is.
it's this truck looking thing.
It's and they're
okay.
they pull.
I'll say 11.
No. I'm going to say 20.
11.5. Damn. 1937 Buick Special. It's kind of like a gangster car, except it's not painted up that way. A 1937 Buick Special.
Oh, last week wasn't a 36 Buick
Something
Special?
like that. And then this looks very similar to it.
30.
$18,375. So you can get into the hot rod market or a classic car market for cheap, really.
Inexpensive.
Here's one. This is for Mars, a 1955 Plymouth Belvedere. I can see Mars driving that. Mars, how much for the Plymouth Belvedere, since you seem to be hitting it on the head these days?
15.
Plymouth. Are you need to put your headset on. You're real okay. Well, all right. Well, then
22.
tell me to shut
15.
up.
22.
21. Yep. 56 Studebaker Golden Hawk.
Cool car. That's one of those Bonneville cars.
How much?
30.
35.
23. That would, to me, would be a bargain. I don't like Studebakers, but the Golden Hawk, that had the bad V8 in it.
Yep.
For
289.
for 1956, it was bad to the bone. Anyway, as far as performance went, but boy, it's ugly. Anyway, here's another Mars car. A 1989 Citroen
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
2CV.
Three-wheeler.
Almost.
2 Chevaux.
18.6. Yeah, to get a whole bunch of nothing.
Is it beige?
No,
I'd
it's
pay extra
red.
for the beige.
You know, that thing could go 0 to 60 if you pushed it off a cliff.
How about a thing?
Oh, Volkswagen
Volkswagen
Farfignugan.
Yeah.
Stop eating Fig Newtons. then.
18.
18?
That's a lot.
1989 Honda Prelude. 14,175. And finally, a 73 Volkswagen 181. That would be the thing. Okay. There's also a DeSoto Adventurer here that sold for $30,000.
Be still my heart.
It looks like a Woody. All right. Okay, we ready now?
Have you got Ted potted up?
No, I don't.
That's why I can't hear him.
But I am now. Ladies and gentlemen,
now we can hear you, Ted.
Ted Ryan from Ford and the Ford Heritage folks. And Ted, it's great to talk to you again. How are you?
Great to talk to you now that we're actually live and talking.
Yes. Well, it's better than being dead and talking, I think.
Yes. So no, but great to be on. Thanks for having me. We're celebrating a nice big round number birthday this week.
120, and it happened yesterday, I understand.
It did. If you had been in the Dearborn area, we lit up the building spelling out 120 and at the glass house. So it was
how cool is that?
And a lot of cool stuff that went on, and it's still going on. Frankly, we're gonna take the Disney model and we're gonna celebrate for a whole year. So you'll see other little tidbits coming over the transom as we move forward.
I love it. Well, so that's what happened yesterday, and you were the guy with archives and heritage brand manager. Now, I don't know how you've wormed your way into that golden job, but I'll tell you what, congratulations to you. You're the envy of every car guy in the entire world.
Well, thank you. It's one of the best jobs in the world, if not the best job.
How long have you been doing this?
5 years at Ford, and before that, I did 21 years at Coca-Cola doing the same thing there.
Oh, wow.
That
My
is...
is the archivist at Guinness, and she always tells me, no, I got a better gig than you do. I get to drink Guinness every day. So it's a fantastic job.
I mean, do you have an education in an archival history and stuff? I mean,
I do double degrees in history, and then the archival stuff, you do specialized training. So like how to make a photograph last forever, how to store the paper, how to organize it. You do the special archival training, which I've done. I've been in this career now for almost 35 years. So you learn both of it. You learn the history side, and then you learn how to make it last forever.
That is so cool, because you hear people coming out of school with history degrees, and you go, okay, well, let's see the Romans and, American history and that sort of stuff. But this takes it all to a whole nother level. Where did you get those degrees from?
Emory University and then Georgia State. And my history, you have to learn all the Roman stuff. But I was a 20th century pop historian. My first job out of college was the Bobby Jones curator. So I was a golf historian. And then I built the Atlanta Braves Museum at Turner Field, and then we did a baseball documentary on baseball in the minor in the South, and then morphed over to sugar water and now cars. So 20th century pop history, and I'm a mean contestant on Trivial Pursuit.
I was just going to say, oh my gosh, I'll bet you are. Don't get that.
You need to go on Jeopardy.
Yeah, that too.
So did the pop history get you the gig at Coca-Cola?
It did. Well, the pop history, the Braves Museum got me the gig at Coca-Cola, and then Ford came calling about 6 years ago, and I told him no for a year, and then finally jumped ship from Coca-Cola to Ford. There's so many stories that could be told about Ford, and they weren't doing a really good job at telling the historical stories. So, everybody, Henry Ford, the assembly line, everybody knows that, but what about the other rich stories that are out there? So
now let's just pause here just a moment. So you went from Atlanta to Dearborn. Where are you living in Dearborn?
I am living in Dearborn. I am in my basement in Grosse Pointe Park, even as we speak. So the winters are a bit colder up here, and I miss Atlanta.
Just a bit.
Well, you have another Dearborner here by the name of Jeff Zekin.
I love Dearborn, and had you been there, it looks so cool to see the tower lit. We did it on the 15th and the 16th, and then our special Dearborn friends are the Southeast Michigan. We've done a special menu for the 120th, where you guys may know it because you're car guys, but most people don't know that the Ford Times was published for almost 7 decades and featured 3,200 restaurants across America between 1948 and 1980 some odd. Every issue had about 4 different recipes, 4 different diners, drive-ins, and dives before DDD. And so we plucked out a couple of those recipes and reinterpreted Henry Ford's favorite chocolate chip cookie and Maurice salad and a couple of others. So look for more food coming down the road to celebrate 120 as well.
Where do we find that information? Where do we get that?
If you go to Ford.com, we've got a special 120 page. And then on the Ford social channels, you can also see a really cool ad. You guys may enjoy it. We used a Bronco and a Lightning to blow out 120 candles while there's historical footage interspersed about Willow Run and the famous Rosie the Riveters and the assembly line and the $5 a day wage and the intro of the Mustang and us kicking Ferrari's butt at Le Mans. You know, they wove this footage throughout while these two pretty cool vehicles are blowing out candles with by doing donuts around them.
So as the historian, were you providing information for the Ford versus Ferrari movie?
That's a tricky one. We did not. We provided historical information, but the company was not an official partner. I always describe Ford versus Ferrari as an excellent work of fiction. There's a lot of cool racing scenes, but not a whole lot of truth in there.
Welcome to Hollywood, right?
Well, I go watch movies like that for entertainment anyway, so.
Yeah, don't watch it. It's not a documentary. Ken Miles was at 65 race, not in a garage crying, and Henry Ford was never in a car crying, driven by Carroll Shelby, because Ken Miles actually drove the car, and it was the entire Ford board of directors who went to Shelby American and got rides from Ken Miles at the Shelby racetrack. So don't believe everything you see in it. But that being said, the race scenes are cool and the cars look cool. And
great story. Just truly a great story.
Well, there is actually a documentary that documents that whole thing, and as from what I understand, as right as it could be for the time.
That's the Adam Carolla one, right?
I'm sorry?
It's Adam Carolla. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yes.
And the ultimate source on it is the Go Like Hell book by A.J. Baim is very well written and, once again, very accurate as well.
So, Ted,
we provided them a whole lot of stuff they ignored.
Ted, did I miss, how long have you been at Ford doing this?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Yep.
You know a lot of stuff for being here only 5 years.
You know, I was blessed at a young age with a near photographic memory, so I am probably the only one alive that read all three volumes of Nevins and Hill, the giant 3-volume history of Ford Motor Company, and retained most of it. And then I'm a historian. I like to read. I'm sitting here. You guys would be jealous. This is on my desk right now, the company vehicle inventory for special vehicles, and it's listing all of the vehicles that we gave to Shelby. Mustang convertible, Country Squire. You know, it just I love it. It's cool stuff and it's cool stories.
Does Ford have an actual museum other than the Henry Ford? Do you have an actual factory museum?
No.
Everything.
Unlike GM's got the Heritage Center, and Coke has the World of Coke, and Guinness has. We donated all of our vehicles to the Henry Ford Museum, and we donated our papers prior to 1945. Most of those are there. So if you want to research Henry Ford or Edsel Ford, you go to the Henry Ford Museum. If you want to research the introduction of the Mustang, you come to me, and we'll help you on our side.
Well, and the Henry Ford Museum is definitely a bucket list place for any auto enthusiast to visit.
Oh, any kind of enthusiast of any kind.
It's a remarkable collection of stuff. Where else can you go? And there's a DC-3 hanging in the ceiling.
It is. It's a fantastic museum, and they're good partners. And our archives actually funds a couple of research positions and a couple of archivists to help them make those material available to the public, because people can write us at archives@ford.com and we'll help them as much as we can. But if you want access to the original materials prior to 45, you got to go see them.
So what do you work on a daily basis? Because you clearly don't need to work on your memory. We know that that's good. But seriously, what is it that you do 8 to 5?
Well, it's very interesting because every single day is different. And keep in mind, I'm the archivist for Ford Motor Company. So my job is to support Ford Motor Company. So, for example, we'll help the Bronco brand or the Mustang brand or the different brands for the recent Super Duty launch. We wrote a very detailed history of the Super Duty for that team. We find them photos. I'll dose out what we call the G-Whizzers. We have 16,000 cubic feet of material. That is the records like what I just showed you. We have 3.5 million photos. We have nearly 1,000 pieces of artwork from the Ford Times and from ads. And we catalog and we store and we make it available. Any of you guys have a Bronco, or have you driven a Bronco?
Yes, we have, as a matter of fact. Love the Bronco.
We did the GOAT modes. Where you drive modes?
Yes.
The GOAT mode?
Yep.
That out of our archives. The Bronco design team was in the archives, and a 1962 document, a bunch of 62 documents described the GOAT, G-O-A-T, goes over all-terrain feasibility studies for the Bronco. Well, the marketing team fell in love with that concept. It goes over all-terrain. And then I backfilled them on the story that Ford was building Jeeps and Mutts for the Army, and a bunch of the designers for the Bronco were designing Jeeps for Vietnam. And they knew what worked. And the goes over all-terrain was an Army slogan. So they built that GOAT mode into the actual vehicle.
Oh, cool.
So that was a great day in the archives, seeing something. And we did it with the Mustang. We did the reveal of the new S650 in the archives and did a history display. So every single day is different. And every single day is just shining the one of the trademarks for Ford Motor Company.
Is there a plan for Ford to produce a 120th heritage car in memory of Henry?
I don't think you'll see a 120th, but we're already planning 125. 120, we did it with the flippant. Not flippant. That's not. We wanted to take a lighthearted touch with it because it's a nice milestone. It's a round number. So we did the menu. I haven't talked about the other two things we did. One, real quick, is we did a Spotify playlist. If any of you guys are like driving music, I curated a list of 121 songs. I did one to grow on that feature Ford somewhere in the lyrics. So you get the expected Beach Boys, Deuce Coupe and Jan and Dean, the Woody, and you get those. And Mustang Sally. But we also did some fun ones. We've got Blinded by the Light. So if anybody goes to Spotify and do Ford 120 in the search bar, it'll come up. Blinded by the Light is the most misheard lyric of all time. Bruce Springsteen and then Manfred Mann sing Cut Loose Like a Deuce or Revved Up Like a Deuce, Another Runner in the Night, which is referring to the 32 Ford Deuce Coupe. And it's the most misheard lyric of all time.
Yes, it is.
121 songs there. And I found one on the Ford Anglia about Harry Potter flying an Anglia into a tree. And a young rapper raps about picking up chicks in his purple Ford Probe. And Dad, y'all are in Texas, aren't you? So Nancy Griffith singing the Econo line. We found 121 songs that my favorite is Loretta Lynn's Lincoln. And a country singer sings about buying her Lincoln. We did that. And the other big thing we did is we updated the FordHeritageVault.com, which is our online source of everything Ford. We have about 7,000 photos in there and 5,000 brochures. We added about 500 photos of Ford locations around the world. So there's 50 different locations: the Rouge, Willow Run, Fordlandia, Cologne, Dagenham, that got added to the Ford Heritage Vault.
So are you in I'm asking this because I think I've been to your place. It's a special building off to the side there on the grounds that's got nothing but you and your business in it.
We are in the Ford Heritage Lab. That other one was on Schaefer Road. That we moved about 6 years ago, just before I got there, and we are part of the engineering building. But it is a purpose-built building. We have three. We'll get in the weeds. We have three negative coolers. One that we chill down to 39 degrees, another at 41, and another at 57. For photographic, film, and cassette video assets, each one a different temperature. A special art holding room. We've got.
I thought you were going to say that was for the Guinness.
No, Guinness is warmer. Guinness would be the 55 one. But no, it's purpose built. Ford takes its history seriously, but not to look back. When the Bronco teams were coming in the archives, we didn't want them to go back and remake a 66 Bronco. But what we did do, that we did it for them and the Mustang team. We imagined a long room, because it's a very long room. We put paint samples for every single Mustang color and every single Bronco color on a long table. So you could see all 100+ paint colors that Mustang or Bronco have ever
through the years.
And they could pick up the colors, the paint chips, and hold them in their hand. And so when you see the Heritage Edition Broncos coming out, it came from the source. They carefully curated what they did going forward.
When you laid them out, did you lay them out by year?
Yes.
So they knew exactly what they were doing as far as going back to that particular year. I have another question for you. What are you doing for things like the future, like Mach-E? Well, how does that work for you?
That's a good question, because that's Born Digital, and Born Digital is the most difficult thing to save for the future. Your program right now is being captured electronically. Will you be able to play that in 15 years? That forward migration. So like the newest Lightning, I'll use the Lightning as an example, doesn't have an owner's manual. There was no printed owner's manual. So it came electronically and it gets updated as the over-the-air updates happen for the Lightning.
Right.
So in essence, we're having to capture each iterative change to the owner's manual, mainly for legal reasons. If we ever get hauled into court, we got to be able to produce something. It's a really intricate daily struggle. I've got a team of 6 people, and they're much better at that than I am. They're mainly information scientists, and their degrees are in library and archive information management. But it takes a team of 6 for us to figure out how to do this.
Next time that we talk to you, what are we going to talk about? Because I want to get back with you when we have a full half hour with you and talk about whatever it is that you want to focus on, and we're just going to go with that because really,
we're going to talk about concept cars, and we are going to talk about the Ford Times magazine. Both of those are going to be 120 activations that are going to happen later in the year. So I'll be excited to, and I do need to run because I actually have another a radio one booked at 9:30. But no, it's exciting in concept cars, guys. I'll just tease you. The team that I just described have spent a year, and we think we have every single Ford concept car ever created captured photographically.
Ted, it's great to talk to you. We're going to let you go to your next radio interview. Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor to talk to you, and we look forward to touching base with you again. How about the fall? Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect.
Ted Ryan, thanks again. Ted Ryan with Ford Motor Company, and he is the Archives and Heritage Brand Manager with Ford Motor Company. Well, we've just blown through an entire segment of the show. Sorry. Mr. Mars, you're going to have to wait on your Jeep Gladiator.
This guy is... I've been there before they moved. You had to wear the white gloves in certain rooms. It's fascinating to see all that and to know he knows so much.
Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@nwheeltime.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break. Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around, and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on N-Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6, or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. N-Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Conrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise Inn, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.